say now. Baby lost in the sauce. Took a loss, that's your loss. Had to get my point across. Heard them lanes was talking, better know.
Hey, what's happening with you? How you doing, Miss Fox? Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Get it. Where you at? Oh, that. Tay. Yes, but okay, we gotta settle down. Cause I'm getting into it. How you feeling today, girl?
So much better. I was dealing with my son, and he glued his left eye shut, and we were dealing with that since Sunday. So,
oh my God.
Okay.
Well, girl, I could only imagine what you was thinking about. His eyeball was shut, like closed case.
Yeah, he glued it shut with nail glue that you put your false nails on with. And he glued it shut, and it was like that for, I think, said 2.5 days, and then we were in the emergency room for 3 days, and they were finally able to get it open. They cut some of his lashes off, and then they were able to get it open and flushed it out, and grace of God, his vision is still intact. So.
Oh my God, I thank God that he okay, because I would have been, and if it was my kids, I would have been trying to beat up the police. I would have been trying to beat up the hospital if they wasn't doing it properly. Like, it would have been a bad situation. I'd have panicked. Panic on overdrive.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I was at the entire time. I couldn't think. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. So, got some sleep last night, though, so we're good.
All right, so now his eyeball is open, right? Because I'm going to need a picture of him. I'm going to need to say cheese. I'm going to need him to, do what he be doing when we be talking on this phone. Okay, so, girl, something is bothering me, and I got to get it off my chest. Can I share it with you?
Yeah, what's wrong?
All right, girl, so I just so happened to, because I normally don't do this, but I was just being nosy. And I was browsing, and normally I don't do this, checking the news and trying to see, what's going on and stuff, because I want to be prepared just in case anything was to go on. And I just ran across something that really disturbed me. So it was a lady out in Cleveland, and she left her 16-month-old daughter in a home by herself for 10 days.
For what?
10 Girl, did you hear what I said? For 10 days alone, a 16-month-old.
16 months?
Yes, girl.
What in the world? Is that lady locked up?
Girl, they got her on it. She's indicted. But the point of it, I wanted to share that with the people so that they could see what I saw and what shook my whole nerve. Because I don't know how I would be if that was somebody that I knew that lived next door to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to show that. What'd you say?
Is the baby okay?
See, that's the problem. No, the baby died. But let me just show it because, girl, I just can't, girl. Go on, hold on.
You saw the same feeling where I was. No, I thought I had.
This is for real. This is a big deal.
Neighbors who live along West 97th Street in Cleveland are heartbroken about what police say unfolded inside. Neighbors who live along West 97th Street in Cleveland are heartbroken Broken about what police say unfolded inside this house.
We just couldn't believe that she was gone.
31-year-old Crystal Candelero is charged with murder in connection to the death of her daughter.
They watched the baby many times.
This neighbor and her daughter asked not to be identified.
Jalene, she was a happy baby, always smiling, always curious about stuff. She was wonderful. She was just a wonderful baby.
According to Cleveland Municipal Court records, Candelero told police she left her 16-month-old daughter home alone and unattended while she...
See, the devil don't even want it to get out. They don't want it to get out.
went on vacation to Puerto Rico and Detroit. And neighbors told me this is not the first time Candelero has left the baby home alone.
We keep telling her not to leave her by herself. Not only me, my friend across the street too. But she always be here by herself.
Neighbors told me she lives here with her 2 daughters and her parents. Her parents recently went on vacation and took Candelero's older daughter with them.
There were so many people here. She could have knocked on any of our doors and asked us to take care of Jailene, and we all would have.
Court records revealed when the mother returned 8 days later, she found her daughter unresponsive in the pack and play where she was left alone.
We were always playing with her. She was...
Listen, girl, that just touched my whole heart. How could you do your baby like that?
Sorry, I was muted. I often wonder when people do stuff like that, like, there has to be a disconnect. Because as a mother, when you're carrying that baby, you start to develop a unimaginable love for that child before it's even born. You nurture it, you hold your belly, you rub your belly, you feel that baby kick, feel the life inside of you, eat the food that you're supposed to eat, take the vitamins you're supposed to take, don't eat the foods you know you're not supposed to eat. You do all of that to allow that baby to be born, and then you do this. That's why I say a lot of times these people have a disconnect inside of their minds. There's a chemical imbalance. That's what they call it. They call it a chemical imbalance. And it's almost as if like they have a disregard for that child. And I don't understand it because I don't feel that way. But mentally, she probably just wasn't even thinking. She was just thinking of only herself. And was like, I got to go on this trip. Because I don't understand how you could leave your child, not even a day. She left the child for 8 days and went to 2 different places, Puerto Rico and Detroit. Are you serious? I don't understand.
Girl, that wasn't no, I just went up to the store. Like that, you don't even leave off your porch knowing that you're going somewhere else with a baby sitting, first of all, your baby sitting in the house. Imagine 10 days of shitty diapers, pissy diapers. Imagine no food. The child has no idea as to how even to make noodles. Then you leave your child like that to go kick it. I ain't no type of person that goes to jail, ma'am. But if I was in jail and she came in my pod, now I see why I get domestically violent in the jailhouse. What is you here for, ma'am? Oh, I killed my baby. Oh, bitch, I'm finna whoop yo. You see what I'm saying? That's where my head be at, like, because I have kids. We have kids. What's the point of having these kids to abandon them? What is the point of having kids to disregard their well-being, their need? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at with it. It's like, I just don't understand. There's people out here who can't even have children. You understand what I'm saying? They wish they had children. And if you're the ones that can have all these children that are doing things for their kids, this is why I tell people all the time that we're really living in the last days. These people are selfish and they're lovers of themselves. We're living in the 1 Timothy time. Like, I really just don't understand. I really wish that I could understand. And yes, if I was in jail, I would try to kill this woman.
Yes, girl. But I just don't understand. Like, life is already beating your ass. For a child, it's double. Because what you put your child through on top of what you're going through, it doesn't make sense to me. And then we got all these parents that are okay with just leaving their kids with anybody. Just because people are your friends don't mean that they need to be around your children. You know what I'm saying? I can't have my kids around everybody.
And I don't. A lot of times, I do get tired. I get tired sometimes when I have them all the time because I have my children 25/8, right? Otherwise, if I'm not helping, my family out with this business, then I'm there with my children. And the only person that I allow to have my children is my mom. I really don't trust anybody else. Like my sister, she can do it, but it's far and few if she does. But friends, absolutely not. There are times when people want me to go out with them and they're like, "Oh, my mom can watch them." I don't know your mother, and I'm not trying to be funny, but no, no, thank you. Or they'll say, "Oh, my aunt's a daycare provider." I don't care. She ain't my daycare provider. And so, they call me selfish. They call me all type of names, and I don't care. Or they say, "Girl, you ain't gonna never live your life." If I don't never get to experience it, then oh well. If I gotta know that my children is gonna be safe, then I don't have to have a life. I'm living my life right now like it's golden with my 4 children.
I know that's right. And girl, I'm the parent. I'm the parent that's fun. I'm the playful parent. I like to jump around my kids, wrestle with my kids, play games with my kids, right? But the one thing that I do not play about is if they have friends that come over the house and they outside in the back playing on a trampoline or in the pool or something. I'm the one that'll bust around the corner. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? Because I just want to make sure, 1, nothing is being done that ain't supposed to be done. 2, things are not being said out there that's not supposed to be said. And, I'm a great monitor of my kids. What's going on? What she tell you? What happened? Maybe I overdo it, but that's what people need to do. No, don't just be your kid friend. Be the parent. You gotta balance the two. Because I'm gonna whoop your ass, but I love you. But then this is why. Then I always teach my kids, if they get discipline from me, I always tell them why. So they know, like, don't make me yell at you because I love you. I'm trying to play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
When Zion had that happen to his eyeball, his friend was in the house with him. And initially, Zion did not tell me that Jakai did it, right? So I'm just like, okay, Zion, how did this happen? He told me the second day. He said Jakai did it. So obviously, Jakai is watching somebody put on lashes or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to say that I don't wear lashes. When I go someplace, I will. But I go outside the home and do it. Like, I don't do it every day, and I need to have a strip on my eye and this, that, and third, whatever, right? But I did hear them because I was in the living room. They were in the room. My apartment is not that big. You've seen how big my apartment is. It's tiny. There's 2 bedrooms, and that's it. There's my living room, there's my kitchen, then there's the 2 bedrooms. I was sitting in the living room. You can see their room from the living room. And I heard them, playing with each other because I don't watch television. So there's no television on or nothing. And I'm just sitting there in, complete silence because I like silence. But I could hear them playing, and I heard the little boy say, "Well, I guess I'll be the dad and you be the mom," and then something. And then I heard, and then we got a kiss. I got up and I said, "Jakai, we don't do that. You're a boy, he's a boy. Y'all can play friend and friend, but you can't play mom and dad because he's a boy and you're a girl. And no, you don't kiss boys at all. That's not what you do." I said, "Well, I don't know what you do inside of your home, Jakai. I'm not allowing my boy to kiss you. I do apologize. No, thank you."
Girl, he would have been going home. Look, you take your little butt home. No, we ain't gonna do that. Because then I'll be dissecting that whole conversation that they had together. Like, I don't want you to think nothing like that, baby. No, you know what I'm saying? I'll be a stickler about that kind of stuff, girl. And nowadays, we have to teach our kids in advance. They have to know at a young age. Just like you teach them the ABCs, you can tell them and teach them when something is wrong. That's wrong. 1, this is wrong. 2, this is wrong. You see you see my numbers. You see where I'm at with it. But I think it's very important for the children to grow up in a home, even if you're not financially stable, but grow up in a home where you're safe. There's food there. There's love there. If there's no love in the home, then as parents, we need to fix that. Because you see what I'm saying? Love is everything to me. So that's what I shower my kids with every day.
It like boils down to either you're brought up in love or you're brought up on survival. Because I often hear a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we don't do hugs," or I don't like my kids hugging on me. I am a hugger. I will hug a person I don't even know because that's just me. I was brought up on love. Every 5 seconds, my mom was telling me, or my sisters and them, or my brother, we tell each other we love each other all day. We can say it, talking to each other like 5 times, and we don't get we don't get upset about it. We don't get mad. We give endless hugs, kisses on cheeks. That's just us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my friends, they don't understand it. They're all like, I don't want my kids on me. I want my kids on me. I don't care how big you are. I will rock you. You're my baby at all times.
That's right, girl. Ain't nothing like love. Because when you show your kids love, then that's what they'll give out. If you show your kids hate, that's what they'll duplicate and copy and paste exactly what you teach them. So then why say my kids are bad when they learn from you? Why say I can't stand them? Well, you should be looking in the mirror because what they're doing, you taught them or you allowed them to do it because you were laughing when they were little. But now that they got older and it's set in their ways, now you can't stand them.
When I was in college, I majored in early childhood education, but my center focus was psychology, right? And we learned that you teach your children in the first 5 years what you want them to learn, the concrete things. Because after 5 years old, it gets harder. It gets really hard.
Right. And then you have children that grows up in homes where the parents are always fighting. And they're seeing that. Domestic violence is the worst thing to teach your child because they're be in fear. You don't want your child to be at home and be afraid. You know what I'm saying? When I used to discipline my kid, and if they get like scared, I tell them, do not be afraid. I'm not hurting you. I love you. I'll make sure they know. But if they in the house that they seeing fighting and they seeing, arguing and drama this, drama that, that's what they're going to do. They're going to allow it. They're going to accept that to come into their life because they've seen their parent go through it. Or they're going to put that domestic violence off on somebody else. The anger and rage that they're going to have, you have to take accountability for what you have taught your children. So this leads me to the next thing, domestic violence. Let's talk about that. Why is it that men feel so comfortable putting their hands on a woman? I know they say now, oh, when women do it to us. Come on now. Hold yourself accountable, men. Why is this happening?
I'm gonna talk about that. It's a really touchy subject for myself, because I did have domestic violence happen to me, and it happened back to back, right? Okay, so it boils down to their upbringing, right? Their parents, they don't take into account the anger that child has, right? And so instead of them taking it out on another man, they take it out on a weaker vessel, which is the woman, because quite naturally, we're supposed to be weaker than them, right? We're supposed to be. Now, when it happened for me, because my jaw has been broken, my hair has been pulled out, I have been bald right here. I've had endless, I haven't never had a black eye, but I have had endless bruises that I had to cover up, and my oldest son and my oldest daughter seen it. And then when my 2 youngest children started to experience it, with their father doing it to me, that was when I was just like, I can't do this anymore, because I used to take my children over to my mom's house and stuff, and they would be so timid. And my mom would be like, you know, what's wrong? Because I wasn't really sharing the information with my mother either, so she didn't really know. Um, but yeah, I understand that the children, they do. They get angry, they get irritated. So I put my children, my first two children, I put them in therapy so that they could talk about it, because I know quite naturally they didn't want to talk about it with me, you know, or with me being around. So I allowed them to go in there by themselves and just really get it all out, that they needed to get it all out or whatever. And what I'm trying to create in my home now is a safe space for them, you know, and I see a difference in my children now that I am alone and there's, you know, no man in the home. And I am not ready to date because I want to be whole before I do that, because I've been in relationships, like I was in a relationship with domestic violence, and I married two men with the domestic violence. So quite naturally, it's really three. But I don't really count the first one because I didn't marry him, so I wasn't really tied into him. We weren't living together or nothing. But the other two, we were living together, and it was happening right in front of my children. It was horrible. And so I told myself that I'm not bringing another man into my home, no time soon, because it's real. And today I experienced it again. And this man has no connection to me whatsoever. I was at the ATM, and I was trying to get, money out because I have to get my hair done because we're going to this yacht party, July the 6th. But I heard him say, "Hey, yo, are you done?" And so I was on the phone when it happened, and I turned around and I said, "Oh, excuse me, are you talking to me?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you done?" And I said, "No, I'm not done. I'm finishing what I need to do." He's like, "You holding it up?" I said, "No, I'm doing what I need to do." So I heard him whisper BITCH. I heard him whisper that. I turned around and I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You heard what I said?" I said, "You're not talking to me. You're not talking to me." I said, "You can wait for the next one, and I will purposely take a long time now, right? Now I'm going to take a long time." I continued talking on the phone, talking. He continued talking. So after he was talking, I was like, "You're not talking to me." He said, "My mother was dead, this, that, and third." And I said, "You just really unhappy with your life?" I said, "I do apologize." And who I was on the phone with was like, "Are you arguing?" I said, "Yes, with this little girl." And he said, "Yeah, you are a little girl." And he's tall. He was like, "Yeah, you are a little girl, a real little girl." And I said, "Okay." And he said it again, BITCH, and I said, "Your mother." And he said, "Well, I bet your mother's dead." And so I just let him talk. He said, "With your broke ASS." And I just continue to let him talk because you're unhappy with your life, because why are you as a man talking to a woman like that? Your mother didn't raise you right. It shows. And I really hope I hope there isn't anything wrong with your mother, because sudden calamity comes on people when you think you're talking to me like you're talking to me. You don't even understand who you're talking to. I'm a child of God. The Bible says, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm." You have no idea who you are talking to. So the fact that you thought you were going to say that my mother was dead or my mother was broke, I really hope that your mother is not, because there's going to be something that happens either to her or you, because what comes out of your mouth is going to come right back to you.
Yes, girl.
To those parents, get your child in order. I teach my sons, you are a boy, you protect girls, you respect girls. If we teach our sons that they are supposed to be the ones that respect and protect women, they're going to continue. It's going to continue. That cycle will continue. We got to break out of that habit that our children should be thugs. No. Our boys should be girls.
A young fella should grow up and be a boss. We have to stop teaching our kids that they have to grow up fast, and that they have to grow up being gangster, that they have to grow up and not graduate, that they have to grow up and not be bosses. Young, classy gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? They have to set trends. These young men have to be men. When they grow up as young boys, they need to grow up into men that do for the woman, that takes care of home, the protectors of the home. And men ain't that now. Men are selfish. You know, it's very self-centered, egotistic, and that makes it hard to even have a loving home. Now they set the trend for having side bitches. This is what they call them. Little sneak freaks, Netflix and flicks. They done made up all kind of nicknames for cheating. And the women are doing no better because they're okay with it. They are okay with being second. They are okay with not being the prize. Women are forgetting that they are a prize. To even lay with anybody is a gift. Like, I am a blessing to you because without this body, you wouldn't have that feeling. And you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't get that feeling inside your body that this body gives to your body. Why wouldn't men respect women? And women are beautiful. Women are powerful. And women needs to take back the throne, obviously. Because there are not there. Wait a minute. Let me not get it twisted. There are good men out there, though. They're really good men, but even those men are turned bitter because of the way the corrupted woman is treating them. You get with somebody that's a good dude. All he want to do is work, come back, love on you, take care of you, take you shopping, wine and dine you, love on you. So she has it. So since she knows she got it, she still want to go to the club with her homegirls and them and bounce around the thugs, see what thugs was throwing a couple dollars, what they gonna be doing when they come in the club. Girl, what is you doing when your man is at home waiting on you? He tired. Why don't you get over there to the house and put rub on his feet or something? Ask him how his day was. Women gotta take accountability for their actions too, because come on now, we don't y'all. First of all, I'm a woman that likes my wife. Let's not get it twisted. I love my wife, so I don't want multiple women. My woman is beautiful, so I want to shower her with love every day. Even if I get on her nerves, you hear me? I want her to nap. Baby, hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So men got to do better. Women got to do better. And we got to come together we got to unite. Because this thing with me is all about uniting. Even with our business, it's all about us coming together. Because we ain't got to work for nobody. If we stop paying bills, what they going to do? Shut it off? Okay. And then what? We still going to survive. Why? Because God gave us everything we needed to survive. Can I get an amen?
Amen. So I definitely agree, and it starts with us. And because the generation before us, you know, they worked on us, right? So now it's our turn to really plant the seed. If we show these ones that are coming up under us that, you know, marriage is beautiful, marriage is whole, that's the right way, you know, to go. If we stop this sneaky link, we stop this side girl or whatever they want to call it. If we stop it, then quite naturally when they come up, they will not start it. But as they see that happening, that's what they're going to think is the norm. A lot of times we accept the bad way more than we do the good. So they're not thinking that marriage is like a prize or a bonus, but it is, because we weren't designed to be alone. We weren't designed to be single mothers. We weren't designed to be with this person, that person, this person, that person. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if we do polygamy or something like that, but it has to be on everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to be on one accord with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with polygamy, because in the Bible they have plenty wives. You understand what I'm saying? They have plenty wives. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but when you start a relationship with a one person and then you go venture off and be with this person and that person, then that is wrong, because you're being deceitful. That other person didn't have a chance to tell you if they wanted that or they allowed you to do that, because there are some people who get into a relationship and they say, okay, well, I want it to be open and I'll go do what I want to go do, you go do what you want to go do, and we'll come and meet in the middle. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to have that mutual agreement with that person. Give that person that opportunity to say, okay, yeah, sure, I want to do that, or, yeah, no, I'm not with that. I don't want to be with you if you're going to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because honesty is everything. But the one thing about me is I just can't see myself, you know what I'm saying? I just can't see myself venturing. I know I'm laying with somebody and I'm doing things to this person. You know, I'm doing some things. I don't want to share that because I'm a blessing. I don't want to give that away to nobody else that don't deserve me when I am committed to somebody else. just being in a relationship with me. If you are not with me, you hate me. That if you ain't with me in a relationship, you don't like me. It's because you know you lost something good. And that's the same. Like, I love the fact that I was able to get with my woman. She found me, and I was able to get with her, and we were healing each other. It was like we were stitching each other's wounds up, and then that's when you knew, okay, yeah, you the one. Because if you can balance the pain, you was with me when I was at my lowest part. Nobody knew that. And you with me through all that, and I didn't know you was at your lows, and I was able to heal you through your. Oh yeah, you getting my ring? What's up? This is what I'm talking about. What's happening? But it's very important that we teach our kids the right way, and we don't. And ladies, please don't keep accepting to be treated any kind of way. Please do not, because you deserve the world. We all actually deserve the world, but it's the mindset. If your mind is corrupted and you're just going off with the trend, it is not normal for a person to put their hands on you that say they love you. It is not normal for someone to say they love you and want you to do drugs with them. It is not normal for somebody to say they love you, but they won't help put in on the bills. It is not normal that a person to say they want to be your children's father or stepdad, but they're only in your child's life when they're messing with you. It is not normal to have your children in other people's homes while you go kick it all the time. That is not normal. That is not. That you have to build a relationship with your kids. You have to do family activities with your. Am I tripping, Miss Fox? Am I tripping? Is there anything you want to add? Or you want me to keep going? You want me to keep going?
I agree with everything that you're saying. No, keep going.
Well, girl, I'm just saying these things needs to be whatever y'all got in y'all brain and y'all mindset and that y'all think is okay because everybody else is doing it. It is not okay. Your kids is your first priority. Your kids come first. It ain't about you no more. It's not about you. It's about what you can provide for your babies because they're coming after you're gone. What are you going to leave them with? Huh?
That's the disconnect that they're at right now, where you don't understand that when you bring a life into this world, you now become second, and that one that you brought here becomes first. That's where girls are missing that connection, and it's the fact that they're younger and their mother didn't understand it either, like she didn't get it. So if she didn't get it, quite naturally, then the child is not going to get it, and then her child isn't going to get it. It's just going to continue to be a cycle. We have to understand that when you have a child, that child and that right now becomes your first priority. When you go in the store, you think about that child, not you. When you want to go out somewhere, I won't be able to come out tonight. I don't have anybody to keep them. No, you don't leave your child at home. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. What else? Oh, if you want to go out somewhere and you think, your friend's mom or your friend's whatever is going to keep them, I don't advise that either because you have too many touchy-feely fingers. And I don't like that. Because I'll beat you. So, that's really where the disconnect is you just don't understand that you don't matter anymore, unfortunately. You don't.
Right, and even if you're sitting up in your house and you got a dirty house, that is not okay. And you got children, that ain't okay. If your table in the center of your living room got drugs all over, you got weed, blunts, and all that type of stuff, liquor, and you got children and your kids see you rolling a blunt and your kids see you smoking a cigarette, that is not okay. This is not something that should continue to go on because you guys got to open your eyes and see what you're teaching your kids. They're going to copy and paste it. So today was a very, very hard day for me, Miss Fox, because when I saw that video about that lady that left that baby by herself, that hurt me. Right, because I'm very passionate. You see what I'm saying? And I don't like that kind of stuff. You don't do that to no child. You don't. And then thinking about it, all y'all letting all y'all kids see all the violence and everything going on in y'all house. Tell that nigga to get outside from it. Let's talk about it in a different room. We don't have to talk about this in front of our kids. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely.
Oh my God.
And that's kind of where I'm at with me being a single mom now. I divorced last year. I finally made the decision to just walk away. It was very toxic. We would leave each other and come back together, leave each other and come back together. But that's just really, it can't. We understand now that we just can't be around each other. Like we can't do the relationship thing anymore. The co-parenting thing, we're getting that together. But as far as a relationship or marriage or anything like that, and I don't want to be with anybody. And a lot of people, they can't understand that when they start talking to me. They're like, oh, I want to come see you. You're not coming to see me. I don't want nobody around my children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, quite naturally, a lot of people, they don't want to talk to me. And that's fine. Move on. Because the one that's for me is going to understand. And I don't want you around my kids. And it's nothing personal. It's just what it is.
Right. And so the question to me now, to the people out there that's watching this video, when are you going to take a stand? If this is you, if this is happening to you, if this is how your life is, when are you going to put an end to it? When are you going to say enough is enough? I got to think about my kids at the end of the day. I can't keep thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? When are you going to say enough is enough? I don't have to be popular because I'm a parent. I don't have to be at the club every weekend because I'm a parent. I don't have to be violent with you, nigga, because I ain't got to be with you because I'm a parent. Let's really be an adult here. We ain't going to be half grown. Let's be grown. Let's be grown for real, where we take a stand against everything that was put in place to keep y'all down. Let's take a stand to I don't feel like I deserve to live in the projects no more. I believe that I deserve a better life for me and my children because I'm a parent. Let's take a stand. You got to connect with people that have the keys and the resources to get you where you want to be in your life. I ain't gonna move my hat too much, but I'm one of the ones that can help you. Me and Miss Fox, we the 2 Live crew. We can help you financially find the freedom that y'all need to live the life you want. Because there is no way in the world I want to leave my children and they have nothing. I want to leave them where they have an abundance of things that they could use and choose from to elevate themselves as they get older. When my kids grow up and they turn 18, they're going to be bosses. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm planning. But I want to reach out. See, I'm the type of individual that likes to help other people. So let me install some knowledge in your mind, because a lot of people don't have that. And family members, they just one of the worstest people because they don't want you to do more than they are doing. They don't want you to over succeed them. So they're not trying to support you. They're not coming to the events when you have big money, big boss money events. They're not coming. They gonna make up an excuse why they can't be there, but be the first ones to say, "Can I borrow $20 till the 33rd?" And you'll never see it. Ain't no 33rd, cuz. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get it. I'm there, with you as far as, us being in the AMG network, and we are the 2 Live crew. I tell people all the time, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that. That's taking my money." No, it's not taking your money, because money is not the motive. The motive is freedom. The motive is freedom inside of this life. Wouldn't everybody want 6 Saturdays and a Sunday? Like, I just don't understand why people think that the lifestyle that they're living right now, getting up, going to work, working for that person, you're only getting a percentage of what that person is paying you. They're getting the real bucks. You're getting a little bit for a lot. You have to do a lot for a little bit. And then you get that check, and then it's all gone because the bills were sitting there waiting on you. So a lot of people need to move from that consumer mindset to the investment mindset. So y'all can catch us Thursday on a Zoom. We are having a Zoom on Thursday at, is it 8 p.m. or 7 p.m.?
I would say 8 o'clock. And then we got a Friday at 7 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. It goes down. Oh, wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute, girl. You already mentioned something a little earlier today. Let's talk about it. Where are we about to go next week? Next week, you about to meet me where?
I'm meeting you in house. We will be on a yacht that houses 1,000 persons. Jules will be performing. I am her hype man. You will see it on live. We will go live. You will see it. We're also staying at a mansion, 2 of them. There's not just one. We're staying around basketball players, and I can't wait to walk.
Wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute, girl. Who you said was performing? Because this is what I want the people to know. So when I say, when I say I came from nothing, nigga, you can't tell me shit. I mean that in the most humblest way. I was able to get out of the mud. And where am I from? Jules is from Lorain, Ohio. That is the mud. That is poverty. You surrounded with it. You know, if you ain't selling drugs or singing a tune, I was tired of singing my shoulda, coulda, woulda, because that's exactly where I was at on the ladder. And I needed something different. I needed something more fulfilling than just singing. I needed more. So I got real aggressive. I connected with some dope people, and they put me on. Now I'm able to help people all over the world because of it. I took a chance on me, and I invested in myself instead of investing in them J's, investing in them video games, investing in liquor, investing in weed, investing in the club. No, I invested in me. I said, I'm going to go get it. My brother, Kenny Reed, he died last year, and that hurt me to the core because I didn't have the support from my family the way this way it was supposed to be. You hear me? So after that, something clicked. And I told myself, it's over. I'm going to get everything they said I couldn't have. Everybody that doubted me, that's okay. I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all already, because y'all already know what light I'm shining from. You know what I'm saying? I allowed God to lead me. I got down on my knees by myself, and I asked God, lead me, please. I don't know which way to go, because I was at work, going to work at 5 in the morning. I was working so much. People didn't know where my money came from. They thought I was a hustler because I knew how to carry myself. But no, I said, I'm going to go to work. I had an honest life, honest living. Was not drinking. I was not smoking. I was not doing drugs. I didn't do what the normal people was doing. The norm. This is the thing they call normal. It was odd to me, so I ain't do that kind of stuff. And I just stayed the course. And I let God take me. And look where I'm at. I got booked. Booked to go perform on a yacht for the Bahamas. Like, who? 3,000 people? I'm going to pee a couple times before I get the microphone. But what I want you to know is I did it. Like, I finally did it. I broke the way. I'm coming through the back door. I'm hitting them like boom, 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 boom. Before you know it, I'm going to be all over the world. Africa. I'm going everywhere. Egypt. I'm in there. I'm going in the tombs. I'm going to let them know they're going to hear me. I'm coming in. I'm going to pave my name on the wall. Jules. Just like the people before me did. And Miss Fox, you are my hype girl. We do got to rehearse, girl. So we should get off of here, though, because we've been talking. I just had some on my heart. You know what I'm saying? So let's get off. And we'll come back on another day. You know we do this. And
thank you so much. And I just wanted to tell listening and stuff. And I just want to mention again that we're having a Zoom at 8 p.m. So that you can understand what we're saying as far as that consumer mindset versus that investor mindset. And then Friday again at 7 p.m.
She just tried to get off of there real quick. So look, check this out. I just want her to say something to y'all and tell y'all something, because I want to tell y'all something, and I want y'all to know that, God is in the midst of it all. Don't forget that. Also, she said it was a Zoom meeting. If y'all have Zoom, get on your computer. This is the code. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to write this code down. This is the username. Let's get that together. And this is the password. The easiest password of your life. So make sure that y'all tune in, because the knowledge in this, you guys are missing it, and you're going to continue to work till you 65 years old for a 401k that you only promise 40%, and they being so greedy, they gonna pull some of that too. So you might only get 20% of working for all that time. Now you ain't got no money. So, you know, tap in, and we'll see y'all. I'm probably gonna be back tomorrow. We got a special guest. The guest was not able to make it today, but we on tomorrow. We got Bree, Mr. Elliott coming in tomorrow, special man. So we'll see y'all at 3 o'clock. See y'all. Peace. This how I do it. This how I do it, y'all. I'm still saying 3. Let me pull my hand back and put it down. Put it down. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, we will see y'all later.
Fucking my post to say now. They be lost in the sauce. Took a loss, that's your loss. Had to get my point across. Heard them lanes was talking, and we don't.